Well, it's a historical landmark. It is the carriage house to the oldest house built in Sacramento County. And it's been modernized and added to by a famous builder in our community called Squeaky Williams. And he actually lived here for a year. It's literally like a tranquil refuge. It's serene here. I feel like I'm at a spa every day, honestly.
I think the best thing about the house is literally the vibe of the property. It's an oasis. It's a sea of calm in a sort of an urban area. When I bought the house, that's what really lured me. I fell in love with the property. It's fantastic at night, you know, it's quiet. I mean, I think there's an ambience surrounded by these trees. Like there's a wisdom in the ground. And so at night it's calm and peaceful. In the morning it's fresh and alive. It exaggerates what you might expect from the different times of day. You get sort of a supercharged version of whatever that is. At dusk, you know, it's beautiful. We get some beautiful sunsets from the front of the house. There's a patio, you can enjoy those, but sitting here in this room, you get the reflection off the trees. It's been described by a friend of mine as an ashram, and it really has the feel of a place that's been loved for many years. You know, the thought came to me that this sort of an ambiance has to be earned. It can't really be bought. It can't be faked, and it's here. I think I know that my wife and I have loved this property for the 5 years we've been here. I know the people that were here before loved the property. I suspect the people before them. It evokes emotion. I actually came out and worked in the yard before I'd closed on the property, and it was the most peaceful, calming, best place I could be, and that told me, yeah, I need to come here. I need to buy this place and turn it into what it is.
I love it. I see the sunrise in the morning. I just literally sit and have my coffee, and you just look at the sunrise and listen to the birds flitting all over, and it's amazing.
I think architecturally, for me, it's one of my favorite houses. My two prior houses were large houses. I think they were both 3,600 square feet. This one, to me, lives larger than they did. They were more traditional. In fact, one was a 1928 Tudor. So the rooms were small. They were grand in their own way. But this is a smaller dwelling, but it lives large. I can sit here in this living room and I can basically probably see 220 degrees. I can see in 3 directions. I've got really high ceilings. I had the old traditional houses with a family room and a living room and a formal dining room. And this just, to me, this is the way to go. And I would say, I feel like I'm in an estate. Now, I don't know what a definition of an estate is, how big it has to be, how expensive it has to be. But to me, this is an estate. This is not a nice neighborhood with a bunch of garages lined up, and particularly this property. It has an estate feel. It certainly was a carriage house to the oldest house in Sacramento County, the old Dayo Estate. And there were horses that lived here, and there were race horses, and one that raced at the Kentucky Derby. So there was an enthusiasm and a sort of a, you know, I keep coming back to the word ambiance, that lives in the house. And then there have been artists and architects who have lived here. And I think it's people who have sort of seen the value, they've fallen in love with it, and their presence lives on. And I can't say I've ever experienced a particular presence in the house. It's more of a vague sense of well-being and serenity.